Hey, this is Judgment Waits, and I wanted to talk to you today about the matchmaking process in Black Ops 2. I also wanted to talk to you a little bit about lag. I don't want to go off on my usual tangent about that or anything like that, but a while back I put out a video and was talking about the lag in Black Ops 2 and in Call of Duty games in general, and I got a response from somebody and they said, hey, I've never experienced lag in any game or anything like that. What does it look like and everything like that? So I had this gameplay and I wanted to show it to you. This is on the minor end of lag, but you're going to definitely see some instances where it happens. You'll see me kind of jerk, like when I'm aiming down sights and trying to shoot somebody, or you'll see somebody kind of skip across the screen. So this was right there, was just a little bit of lag right there. We were just experiencing that little bit of lag, and you saw that guy just running in place a little bit right there. Those are examples of the lag that I was talking to and referring to in Black Ops 2 and in any Call of Duty game in general. So I just wanted to put this out there just for those people that have never experienced lag or anything like that, which is really surprising. You know, I'm not saying this happens all the time or anything like that. It seems like it's getting better, but I'm definitely, you know, this is a very recent game, so I'm definitely still experiencing lag in certain games and everything like that. And there you can see as I'm walking around there, the screen just jerking and everything like that. Oh, and look at the guy down here to the right in the corner. I totally missed him. It's amazing what you see when you're actually recording these videos and watching these things back. But you'll have to excuse me, this isn't the greatest gameplay. I think I only end up going 20-7, but I was playing very cautious due to the lag and everything like that. So, you know, this is a good example, though. At least once a night, I'm faced with a game like this for some reason, and I just wanted to show it to you for those of you guys who haven't experienced. But let's talk about the matchmaking and Call of Duty in general, their servers and what they do and everything like that. Now, as you know, for consoles, we do not have dedicated servers. We have what's referred to as a listen server. So somebody in the room will be the host, will be connecting to them, and kind of everything will be running off of that. As with a dedicated server, we'd all be connecting to some server somewhere and kind of going that route. With a dedicated server, the matchmaking quality or the match quality is really based on your connection and how well you're connecting to the server. With these listen servers and everything like that, you have obviously your connection is going to play a role too, how you're connecting to the host and everything like that, but their connection as well is going to play into it. So as in this game, everybody in the room is kind of lagging, so something is going on with the hosts, and here you can see, watch this, how it lags and everything right here and gets stuck right there, but something must be going on with the host, and so we're all kind of lagging. If you're the only one in the room that's lagging, that has more to do with your internet quality and how well you're connecting to the actual host. So if everybody's lagging, though, that really has more to do with their internet quality and what's going on with everybody, with all of us connecting to them. All right, let's get into matchmaking, though. You know, how do you get grouped with the people that you're playing with? How does it decide who's going to be in your lobby and everything like that? Well, there's four basic things that it looks at. Obviously, I don't know how I missed that guy, but obviously, you know, it really depends on what game type you're playing and the playlist that you're playing on. So that's going to be the first division. You know, if you're a hardcore player or a core player, you know, people are going to be split up in between that, and then depending on the game mode, people are going to be split into that. And keep this in mind, and I don't know how I missed that guy too, but keep this in mind. You know, if you play a game mode that's not as popular, you're probably going to have, you know, less opportunities to have a good connection. So if you're playing hardcore, only 15% of Call of Duty players, roughly somewhere around there, only 15% are playing hardcore. So right away you have less of a population to get matched with, you know, as opposed to playing core. And then if you play a game mode like hardcore free-for-all, that's even worse because not a lot of people are playing that game mode. So you're really going to be, you know, really not have a lot of opportunities for great connections in that game mode and everything like that. So keep that in mind. But once you get into a playlist and actually decide what you're going to be doing and everything like that, the first thing the game looks at is the proximity of you to other people geographically. So it's going to, you know, pair you with people around you generally. All right, so you know, if you're in the US, you're probably going to get paired with people in the US. Once in a while you might go to Canada or Mexico or something like that, but geographically it looks for large regions and everything like that. The next thing that it looks at is your skill range, and it wants to pair you with people that are similarly skilled to you. So it's going to look at, you know, how well you do in that particular game playlist and everything like that, and see if it can find some people that are generally around your skill level. The last thing it looks at is actually connection quality, who you're going to connect to the best in that room. So, all right, you pick your playlist, then it's going to try and find out who's, closest to you in proximity. Then it's going to take that proximity filtered list and narrow it down to find who is roughly, the same skill level as you. And then it's going to say who you're going to connect to the best out of that list. So that's how it picks who it matches you up with. Now, as far as I can tell, if you're in a party, it tends to look at the person running the room for those types of things. And this is why I think that, and this isn't the gospel, and I don't know it for a fact, but if I'm playing with somebody on the West Coast, I live more on the East Coast or kind of central U.S., if I am in a room with somebody on the West Coast that's running the room, there's a really good chance that a lot of times I'm going to have a 3-bar connection, and we're going to be connecting to people out West because it looks for that proximity first, that geographical region first when it's looking, who to hook you up with. Now, as far as the skill range criteria, whether or not somebody with low stats is running the room or somebody that's on the higher end of the stats is running the room, I haven't really noticed a difference. So it's not like we don't let Babs run the room or anything like that because we don't want to get paired with really good players. We don't stick our worst person on the team as the party leader or anything like that because we just really haven't noticed any difference in that. So I think that category is pretty broad, and that might be why you're getting connected with better players when you're not the best player, or worse players when you are the best player and everything like that. I think that's just a broad range that it's looking at. Also keep in mind, as far as the connection quality and how well you connect to the host, it's more than just your bandwidth. It's more than just your download speeds and your upload speeds. When it's looking for the best connection quality, it's going to look at NAT compatibility, and it's also going to look at your ping, and measure that. So those are some other things that it looks at besides just your bandwidth, and those are some other things that you can look at to determine if maybe you have an issue with your internet quality. Now, something that I want to run by you and get your feedback, and boy, that guy's lagging across the screen right there. I'm curious. I've seemed to notice that, I obviously do well when I'm the party leader and I'm connecting to people in my geographic region, especially if I have other people from Ohio playing, I seem to do really well. If I'm connecting to people out on the West Coast and I have like a 3-bar connection, for some reason, for the most part, I seem to do pretty well as well. If I'm connecting to somebody just a few states away, though, kind of in the middle of that, and I still have 4 bars and everything like that, for some reason I seem to struggle a little bit. It's like, I don't know, that lag compensation right there in the middle just doesn't seem to be working too well for me. I don't know if you guys have experienced anything like that. I'm just curious, let me know what you experience as far as geographics and parties and everything like that to see if it compares to what I'm experiencing. But hey, hope this video helps you out. Hope it clears some things up. If it does and you appreciate it, please consider giving it a thumbs up. If it doesn't, thumb it down and let me know. I don't claim to be the world's expert on connections, especially when it comes to Call of Duty and Activision and everything like that. So if I said something wrong, make sure you correct me and I'll include it in an annotation and in the video or something like that. But let me know what you think of this. As always, take care and God bless.